looking for the best deals, you know everybody's favorite price, Joe, is free. I'm right there with them. Well, tonight, all new at 6, we've discovered a Memphis store that has everything except a checkout counter.
That is exactly correct. That's because your cash, credit cards, and checks are no good at Hood Mart. But the price for getting inside this very special store, well, it's mighty high.
We've got kids' toys, we've got furniture, we got baby stuff, kitchenwares. We've even got like light fixtures and who knows what else in here, but it's all free.
They call it Hood Mart, a store for people on the rebound. The vision of Ben Owen's wife, Jess.
I just always envisioned a place where people could go, like a Goodwill, that you don't have to pay, you just get what you need.
Hood Mart fills part of a warehouse off Brooks Road. It's part of Ben and Jess Owen's nonprofit called We Fight Monsters. Hood Mart helps people hit the restart button of life when they're coming out of homelessness, addiction, or both. A struggle Ben and Jess know well.
It's just this roller coaster of relapses and getting better and relapses and getting better. And I have had to start over so many times. So I know what it feels like to have nothing and to finally get clean and maybe get your own place, but have nothing to put in it. Have no clothes to put on your kids.
It works, man. It works. And you know, having come off the streets and out of homelessness myself, I mean, I can definitely relate to the struggle. It's not easy starting over, dude. It's hard to focus on how am I going to get a job? How am I going to provide for my family? How am I going to stay clean when you don't even have underwear? It's insurmountable sometimes. Just the smallest things can make a world of difference for somebody.
The wide selection of mostly secondhand items comes from Ben and Jess's own closets and donations from people who support the We Fight Monsters mission, including retailers who give new products.
Men's clothes, women's clothes, we've got baby stuff, car seats, there's home decor, there's, you know, towels, bathroom stuff, we've got appliances, not like big appliances, you know, crock pots, toasters. Like I mentioned before, Five Below, you know, they've donated boxes of kids' toys.
You don't know how much we need in bed.
These youngsters are the sons of Ashanti Shabazz, a single mom who became homeless escaping domestic violence by a drug dealer.
He tore my rotator cuff and my AC joint, and he blessed my cornea in my left eye.
The injuries caused Ashanti to sometimes lose her sense of touch, a must-have feeling for a pediatric dental assistant. Losing that career, Ashanti and her 2 sons found refuge at Room in the Inn, where they spent months. When another nonprofit found them an affordable place to live,
I didn't have any furniture.
Ashanti and her sons slept on yoga mats.
And I was like, okay, kids, we have, because we do our meditation yogas, we have our mats, we have pillows, we had sheets and everything from Room in.
Hood Mart heard Ashanti's story and invited her to the warehouse to get anything she needed. Ashanti gave us a tour of her home and pointed out that most everything came from Hood Mart.
It's just refreshing to know that there's still people out here that are angels and positive agents that are like boots to the ground, like, no, we got you, and they mean what they say.
Hood Mart has no cash register, but Ben and Jess Owens say the people who shop here have already paid a high price. So
there's actually a very heavy price that they have paid in the past to come in here, and that's another reason I want it for free. I don't want you to have to pay anything else. Like, come get what you need, because we're just here to serve, because we've been there.
We Fight Monsters even allows people in active addiction to come to Hood Mart to shop and maybe have a conversation.
It's about making that initial connection with somebody on a human level and gaining their trust. And then, you know, the conversation starts about detox, rehab, getting back into the workforce and rebuilding your life. And then we've had a lot of detox intakes that started right here. You know, there's no quicker way to gain trust with somebody and let them know that you're actually taking their best interest into mind than to meet basic needs.
Hood Mart has a wide selection of women's products, purses, costume jewelry, fingernail polish, makeup, items unaffordable to so many women on the streets.
I just want to be able to make them feel human again.
If you or someone you know could use a visit to Hood Mart, you have to make an appointment with volunteers who escort customers right through the store. Now, you can also donate items to the store. We've posted the contact information to Hood Mart with this story at actionnews5.com.